YouTubers, it is back to school season, so we are going to layer some vinyl to decorate some notebooks today. This is a 25-cent cheap one from Walmart, and we put the science on that one. There's a little quick video up on my Facebook page and probably Instagram if you want to see how I did this like really fast. And then what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to yap, and we're going to put the math one on this composition notebook. So let me go show you what you need. Alright, so what you're going to need is obviously a notebook or a binder or something to put your design on. Your favorite adhesive vinyl, however many colors you need. So I have 4 colors, 1 for each letter, and then, I don't know if you can see, black. I'm going to do an offset. We'll do a black on this one. And then your favorite transfer tape. And then I'm a big proponent of the CB09 blades for this. This one we actually set up in another video because trying to cut small detailed stuff out with a regular ratchet blade is challenging, we'll say. So I'll be using this. Feel free to try to use the ratchet blade, but know that life will be much easier with this guy. And then I'm going to show you how I set it up in the software real quick, just how we do the offset, and then we'll get to layer in. Alright, so we're in Silhouette Studio, and this is my math design. What you're going to want to do is first resize it to whatever dimensions you're going to need. So for this one, make it about 5 1/3-ish. Because I'm going to put an offset around it. And the offset window is the star with the outline around it. So what you're going to do is you're going to click your design and then click offset. And then you can play around with the sizes of it and see how much like little space you're going to get. And it's kind of personal preference what you decide. And when you're done, click apply. And then we'll go over here and we'll fill it in black so you can see it. Now, this little piece right here, I don't really want because it's just going to be in the way. So I can click on the offset, right click and release compound path, and then you'll see it right there. Click off this guy. And see this little piece, and we can delete it. So then that way it's kind of gone. So and then we can make compound path, and these pieces click back out again. So that is what our math will look like. And at this point, you can go back up here to page setup, and then what I do is I get rid of the reveal so that way you can see the numbers on your map. And I think, let's ungroup this guy. They're probably each going to be about 2 by 2. So that way, what I like to do to kind of keep it easier is put 1 in each corner. So it looks like they're all going to be about 2 by 2. So you can put your 2 by 2 squares in each corner. And then that way it's easier to cut. And then like leave 1 spot here. And then put this guy down here. And then we can cut. And then that way you can send it just through once. And we'll hit send. You're going to have to cut all, so you're going to select all of this and hit cut. And then we're going to go to vinyl down here, and then we're just going to click the smooth one, or the glossy. And now this speed is 5 right now. With all of this little detail, I like to bump it down to 2, just to make things a little bit, hopefully we keep all of our pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go cut all my pieces and put them on the mat, and then we'll send it through the machine. Alright, so what I do is I take my ruler. So this is the pink. And so I mark on the back. So I take my quilting ruler, which has never been used for quilting, and I give it a little bit of buffer. Each letter is about 2 by 2. So I just kind of mark and then cut out. And that'll be my spot for my end. It's a sticky mat. And then we'll put it up here in the corner because that's where my M was. And then I'll just repeat it for each one of my letters. Alright, so that is what my mat looks like. So I'm going to just go put it through my machine with the CB09 blade, and then we'll come back and weed it. Alright, so we're done. We did lose a couple of the little teeth on the thing, on the rulers. But you're going to do best to flip this over and then just peel them this way. Because if you don't and you peel them off the mat, they're just going to want to curl, which makes it more annoying to weed. So, and this is a fairly new sticky mat. I use the Cricut mats, but you can use whatever mat you prefer. And now we weed. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put our little pieces on here. So you're going to take your transfer tape and burnish it on here. And then peel. And then line it up with this, with your offset. Okay, so what this does is it prevents you having to like go do all the registration marks, because you can use your offset as a guide. The other thing that I have done is I took my transfer tape and wiped it off on some fabric first. That way it's not quite as sticky and not as likely to try to pick up something. If it does, just put it back down. The big thing with this is you just can't flinch. If you flinch, then you're gonna mess it up. Alright, so what you're gonna want to do now is get a bigger piece of transfer tape and cover all of it. I just kind of use it for a guide. So you're not wasting any. Now the big thing with this is you just can't flinch. I flinched a little bit on the science one and I was lucky to get it to look halfway decent. So you just got to be careful. You can't flinch. You gotta commit. And I wanted this to be like a little and there we go. So for one, it's kind of a quick YouTube video. So that's the math one. This one I flinched and there's a bit of a bump here, but you can't flinch. So that's the big thing with this. And that is pretty quick, pretty cheap, and they shouldn't come off. So I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe to our little YouTube channel. And let me know if you have any questions, and we'll be back with another video soon.